Welcome back, Art at Home friends. Today we're going to do a lesson. This is based for K1 and 2 on color value. You're going to need a piece of paper. I have a 12 by 18 piece of construction paper. You can have any paper that you want. You will need a large flat brush and a smaller flat brush. You can choose any color you want. One color is all you're going to need. I am going to use blue. We're going to make like a cityscape. You can use pink, purple, one color. You're going to need black and you're going to need white. So to start, we're going to take our 2-inch brush and we're going to paint the top half, the top strip. There's going to be one strip blue. And this is for our color value lesson. So color value is just changing the light and dark of a color. So our base color is blue, and we're going to go from dark to light. I'm going to add just a little bit of black to this to make it a little bit darker. This is called shading a color. By shading a color with black, you are making a darker value of that color. And you can mix a darker value of this color on your tray, or you can just mix it on your paper like I have done. I'm going to go right into this blue again, and I'm just going to go right below it. And I'm going to do one more band of this regular blue. I am a messy painter. With this table, it really doesn't matter, but you may want to cover your table before you get started. I'm going to add a little bit more black to the top. I want my top to be pretty dark. I'm just going to pull that dark on down. Now from this point on, this is about halfway, from this point on we're going to start lightening our color. We're going to start to tint our color. When you tint a color, you use white and you make a lighter value of your color. So I'm going to rinse this blue off. And I'm going to add just a little bit of white right here. This is where I'm going to start to lighten. That's my guideline. Now I'm going to take my base color and I'm going to scoop some to the side. And I'm going to add just a smidge of white. I just want it to be a little bit lighter, not a lot. A little bit more. Just like that. That's my mixing brush. I'm going to set that to the side. And get my big wide brush out. And I'm going to take this lighter color and I'm going to run it right along here. And I'm going to pull some of that light color up into the dark and then some of that darker color down into the light. Now I'm going to make this color even lighter yet. So I'm just going to kind of scoop all this blue down and I'm going to add some white. I want it to be lighter than the color that I just mixed. It should be just a shade lighter. And I'm going to take my 2-inch brush and I'm going to run it right along here. And I pull some of that light up and some of that darker down. I need some darker up here. Went too far up with the light. And I'm going to make this blue even lighter yet. Kind of wipe off some of that blue off my brush, and I'm going to finish off my paper with this lighter blue. Now I'm just going to take some of this dark blue, this regular blue, and I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to pull some of that down and pull some of that up. Ah! It's kind of like an ombre effect, but those are the color values. You go from dark to light or light to dark. The more white, the lighter your color value, you're shading, or you're tinting it, I'm sorry. The darker you're, with black, you shade it, and the darker the value. Now, when this dries, we're gonna make our cityscape. Alright, with your flat brush, your smaller flat brush, and black paint, we're going to make a cityscape. You can kind of pre-draw this if you want with a pencil, but you don't have to. Something else too, I went from dark to light. You can go from light to dark. You can flip it either way you want to. You can start dark here and go light, or you can do what I did and started dark at the top and went light. It's completely up to you. With our black and our medium round brush, or medium flat brush, we're just going to draw. I'm just going to start by drawing a straight line just at the bottom of my paper. This is kind of the base. And I might add a tall building, kind of like right here. And then you can have like a shorter building. Maybe this building kind of has like a pointed top. You can have a tall. Alright, so there is my cityscape. And you're basically just going to paint everything in black. Now I would rinse my brush, but I don't have any water, so I'm just going to get a clean brush. And I am going to put a white moon in my sky. You do not have to, it's completely up to you, but I think it needs a little something. I'm just going to take and I'm going to spin my top edge of my brush. I'm going to keep that inside edge nice and in the center, and I'm just going around that top edge. This will help me to get a nice round moon. Just like so. If you want to add stars, you can get an old toothbrush or your paintbrush works just fine. And I'm going to keep the white paint on there. And I'm just going to dip it in water just a little bit. Too much. And I'm just going to dab it, or you can just take it and fling it. And you have white stars in your sky. Thanks for doing art at home with me today. I hope you enjoyed this color value lesson. Remember, one base color. To shade a color, you darken it. That is the dark value of your color. To tint a color, you're lightening it. That is you're making your color lighter with white. Bye guys.